Good morning, I'm Samriddhi K.C. These are the headlines of the hour. Parliament's Education Committee directs the government to publish the report on Tribhuvan University land. Committee recommends to assign CIAA and CIB for further probe. Criminal cases in the past 4 months of the fiscal year reaches 19,000, raising serious questions on police administration. Banking offences, fraud highest among others. Syria's rebel leader Ahmad explains the country exhausted by the war and poses no threat to the neighbors, demands sanctions on Syria to be lifted. And Janakpur Bulls clashing against Karnali Yaks on the second qualifiers of the Nepal Premier League. Match to kick off at 12 p.m. in TU Cricket Ground, Kantipur. Welcome back. The government has committed to ensure the encroached and misappropriated land of Tribhuvan University will be recovered after the probe committee formed to investigate the university's property submits its report. The committee has directed the government to assign the responsibility of further investigation to corruption watchdogs CIAA and CIB. Meanwhile, the Education Committee of the Parliament has directed the government to publish the report. The Ministry of Education has expressed commitment of implementing the probe report that took 6 months to furnish. The report has included the university's lands have been mishandled by the office bearers themselves. The committee has, however, suggested for the formation of another commission to further the probe, saying the time period given to it was inadequate and there was a lack of needed support.
अहिले आएका जति पनि सुझाव छन् यसलाई कार्यान्वयन गरेर जाने त्रिभुवन विश्वविद्यालय आफैले कार्यान्वयन गर्ने कुरा मन्त्रालयले गर्नुपर्ने सहजीकरण र कार्यान्वयनको कुरा र प्रधानमन्त्रीको तहबाट गर्नुपर्ने कार्यान्वयनका काममा हामी सबै मिलेर काम गरौँ भन्ने उहाँको प्रतिबद्धता हो र दोस्रो कुरा अपर्याप्त भएका र अझै पुष्टि गर्न बाँकी कुराहरूलाई पुष्टाइ गर्ने गरी थप आवश्यक पर्छ भने हामी फेरि अध्ययन गरेर अगाडि बढौँ भन्ने हो.
The committee has concluded that over 1,000 ropani of Tribhuvan University land out of 5,050 within the valley has been misappropriated. Today's meeting of the Education, Health and Information Technology Committee has directed the government to release the report.
यस कारणले त्रिभुवन विश्वविद्यालयको त्यो प्रतिवेदन सार्वजनिक हुन्छ त्यो प्रतिवेदन सार्वजनिक पूर्व हामीले निर्देशित गरेको हुनाले समितिबाट निर्णय भइरहेको हुनाले त्योभन्दा पूर्व समितिले जानकारी पाउनुपर्छ. त्यसपछि सार्वजनिक के अपुग छ भने पनि समितिले के कुराको अपुग छ हामीले अध्ययन गर्छौं र त्यसपछि सार्वजनिक गर्न मन्त्रालय अगाडि बढ्यो. 13
सालको बजेट अनुसारको साँच्चै हो भनेदेखि चाहिँ कीर्तिपुर परिसर भित्रै हाम्रो अनुमान चाहिँ 1000 रोपनी जति मिसिङ भएको छ भनौं न. अझै पनि त्यति खोज्नुपर्ने देखिन्छ.
The probe committee also concluded that during the land acquisitions done in Nepalese years 2013 and 2032, 1,000 ropani of land had been missing.
जग्गा जमिनको सन्दर्भमा कसैले स्वीकृत नलिकन गरेका कहीं चाहिँ स्वीकृति लिएर पनि समय अनुसारको सम्झौता अनुसारको नगरेका कुराहरू थप अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने त्यसका विषयका कुराहरू त सीबीआईले गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. अघि सरले भने जस्तै अख्तियार दुरुपयोग अनुसन्धान आयोग र सीबीआईलाई.
At present, the university's land have been used by police stations, private schools, fuel stations and religious institutions against the laws. 19,000 criminal cases have been recorded all over the nation in the past 4 months of the current fiscal year. Among that, most of the cases relate to banking offences and economic transaction and fraud. 4,359 of the total cases relate to banking offences. It is 109 murder cases and 382 cases of attempt to murder. 65 cases of kidnapping are filed, raising serious questions upon security provisions of Nepal police. Amidst all these, the rate of suicides are increasing in alarming trend. Although cases can be filed against anyone who provokes for suicides, involvement of the family member have led to the minimum number of such registered cases. Around 117 people get arrested on daily basis for criminal offences as per the record of the police administration. In addition, due to political interference in the transfer and promotion in the police organization, those who take up the challenge and work are often left behind. There is a complaint within the police administration that it has stopped working at the risk of not being protected by both organization and the government. It seems that the police administration should be made technology friendly and more powerful in order to strengthen the peace and security of the country by controlling the criminal incidents. Around 2,000 youths leave Nepal on daily basis for foreign employment due to the lack of opportunities back home. Many have been the victim of fraud. One of such individuals are Salyan's Rajendra Bahadur Bashnet, who was swindled by a manpower agency.
अनि फेरि म त्यहाँ गएर मलाई त्यस्तै तनाव भयो हैन तनाव भएपछि भनेको जस्तो स्यालेरी पाइन अनि ड्युटी त्यति लङ टाइम ड्युटी गराइदिने अनि सुत्न पनि राम्रो सुत्न नपाउने भएर म अलि बिमारी पनि भएँ हैन अनि डाक्टरमा गएर चेक गराउँदाखेरि मलाई डिप्रेसनमा गएछ सके अनि केयर गर आफुलाई अनि घर जा भनेर गरे अनि त्यति भन्दा अनि मैले धेरै कोसिस गरे भने मैले हैन भनिसकेपछि मलाई नेपाली सिकाइदिए भन्दा मलाई चाहिँ कसैले सुनाए भएन त्यही भएर मैले आफैबाट चाहिँ आफै टिकट काटेर म निस्केको नेपाल.
Saptari's Bisheshwar Shah has been making rounds of Department of Foreign Employment demanding for justice, saying his son has been swindled too.
सरले त यहाँबाट जुन ड्युटी भनेर लगे थियो त्यहाँ 12 घण्टा ड्युटी गराइरहेछ छुट्टी पनि 30 को 30 ड्युटी एक दिन पनि दिदैन यताउति घरबाट पैसा पसाक यहाँबाट हामी लगभग 40,000 पठाइसकेछु सरलाई खाना.
The department has received 3,290 complaints in the 4 months of the ongoing fiscal year. 1,361 of them have been addressed. The department has been able to provide compensations worth 150 million rupees. Last year, the department had issued 741,000 labor permits, 2% of whom have filed complaints of not being given the employment conditions promised. Most of these complaints are from migrant workers in Gulf nations. Nepalese who have gone for foreign employment by themselves have also been swindled. Under the leadership of Ministry of Labour, Employment and Social Security, the International Migrants Day will be celebrated throughout the week. This year's International Migrants Day is being celebrated in Nepal with the theme that highlights on the importance of information and skill for secure migration. International Migrants Day is celebrated around the world to commemorate the day when United Nations adopted the Convention of the Protection of Rights of Migrant Workers and members of their families on 18th of December 1990. The Ministry of Labour, Employment and Social Security released a report of the study task force formed to the health examination of workers leaving for foreign employment. The report submitted by the task force to the minister on 26th of November was released by the ministry yesterday. In the report, the task force has given suggestions to make the health examination process reliable and accessible to digitize the health service. Likewise, the task force also has suggested to maintain uniformity in the health examination fee according to the criteria of those who leave for employment and to make the payment process online. The task force has also highlighted the need to provide occupational health and safety to the workers who are also going abroad. Welcome back. Time for international update. The de facto leader of Syria, Ahmad al-Shara, has said the country is exhausted by war and is not a threat to its neighbors or to the West. In an interview in Damascus, he called for sanctions on the Syria to be lifted. Shara led the lightning offensive that toppled Bashar al-Assad's regime less than 2 weeks ago. He is the leader of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham HTS, the dominant group in the rebel alliance. He said HTS should be delisted as the terrorist organization. It is designated that one by the United Nations, US, European Union and UK among many others, as it stated as a splinter group of Al-Qaeda which it broke away from in 2016. Shara said HTS was not a terrorist group. He denied that he wanted to turn Syria into a version of Afghanistan. Shara said the countries were very different with different traditions. Afghanistan was a tribal society. In Syria, he said there was a different mindset. He said he believed in education for women. Shara was relaxed throughout the interview, wearing civilian clothes, and tried to offer reassurance to all those who believe his group has not broken with its extremist past. Many Syrians do not believe him. The actions of Syria's new rulers in the next few months will indicate the kind of country they want Syria to be and the way they want to rule it. The United States voiced alarm at the United Nations Security Council on Wednesday that Russia was close to accepting a nuclear-armed North Korea as Moscow and Pyongyang defended their growing cooperation. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said in September that Moscow viewed the notion of denuclearizing North Korea as a closed issue, as it understood Pyongyang's logic of relying on nuclear weapons as the foundation of its defense. South Korea and Britain both criticized Lavrov's remarks, saying he had undermined the global non-proliferation regime. Britain's Deputy UN Ambassador James Karaoke described Lavrov's comment as a reckless departure from the agreed principle of complete, verifiable and irreversible disarmament. Russia has forged closer diplomatic and military ties with North Korea since invading Ukraine in 2022 February. And Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un have visited each other's country. North Korea's UN Ambassador Kim Song described the closer ties as a positive contribution to international peace and security, and citing what Pyongyang sees as a US-led nuclear-based military bloc in the region. He also said outbreak of the nuclear war in the Northeast Asia is no longer a possibility but a matter of time. South Korea's UN Ambassador John Kook Wong warned the Security Council to expect further uncertainties looming over the horizon ahead of US President-elect Donald Trump taking office for a second term next month. North Korea has been under United Nations Security Council sanctions since 2006, and the measures have been steadily strengthened over the years with the aim of halting Pyongyang's development of nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.